Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on AWS DataSync. So this lecture will contain all these topics. What is AWS DataSync? AWS DataSync use cases, AWS DataSync supported storage, DataSync transfer architecture, transferring between AWS storage services, transferring between cloud storage systems and AWS storage services, DataSync agent, terminology, how DataSync transfers data. So what is AWS DataSync? AWS DataSync is primarily an online data movement and discovery service designed to simplify and accelerate the process of data migration to AWS. The service facilitates data movement to and from various locations, including on-premises storage, edge locations, other cloud providers, and AWS storage services. AWS DataSync Discovery enhances migration planning by providing visibility into on-premises storage performance and utilization, along with recommendations for AWS storage services. It enables a better understanding of on-premises storage performance and capacity usage through automated data collection and analysis. This feature helps in quickly identifying data to be migrated and offers recommendations for AWS storage services that align with your performance and capacity needs. AWS DataSync use cases. First one, discover data. You can gain visibility into your on-premises storage by understanding its performance and utilization. AWS DataSync Discovery can also give you advice and suggestions for moving your data to AWS storage services. Second use case, migrate data. You can quickly move your active datasets over the network to AWS storage services. DataSync automatically encrypts your data and checks its integrity to ensure it arrives securely, completely, and ready to be used. Third use case, archive cold data. You can transfer your less frequently accessed, which we call as cold data, from your on-premises storage directly to durable and secure long-term storage options like S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval or S3 Glacier Deep Archive. This can help you free up space in your on-premises storage and allow you to retire older systems. Fourth use case is to mirror replicate data. So you can make copies of your data into any Amazon S3 storage class, which allows you to choose the most cost-efficient option for your needs. You can also send data to Amazon EFS, FSX for Windows File Server, FSX for Lustre, or FSX for OpenZFS to create a backup or standby file system. Fifth use case, in-cloud processing. So you can move data into or out of AWS to facilitate processing. This method can significantly speed up important workflows that span both your on-premises infrastructure and the cloud, benefiting industries such as machine learning in life sciences, video production in media, big data analytics in finance, and seismic research in oil and gas. So next is AWS DataSync supported storage. First one, on-premises. So DataSync is capable of transferring data from various on-premises storage systems, including Network File System, NFS, which is commonly used for network file sharing, Server Message Block, SMB, which is another popular protocol for sharing files in Windows environments, Hadoop Distributed File System, LDFS, often used for big data processing, and generic object storage solutions. Second, AWS storage. DataSync seamlessly integrates with a wide range of AWS storage services. This includes Amazon S3, the Scalable Object Storage Service, Amazon EFS, Elastic File System, which provides scalable file storage for use with Amazon EC2, and several Amazon FSX options such as FSX for Windows File Server, FSX for Lustre, which is designed for high-performance computing, FSX for OpenZFS, and FSX for NetApp ONTAP. Third, the supported storage are other clouds, and so beyond AWS, DataSync also supports transferring data to and from storage services from other major cloud providers. These include Google Cloud Storage, Microsoft Azure Blob Storage for unstructured data, Microsoft Azure Files for cloud-based file shares, Wasabi Cloud Storage known for its cost effectiveness, DigitalOcean Spaces, which is their object storage offering, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Object Storage, Cloudflare R2 Storage, Backblaze B2 Cloud Storage, Naver Cloud Object Storage, Alibaba Cloud Object Storage Service, IBM Cloud Object Storage Service, and Seagate Live Cloud. And fourthly, we have edge storage. So DataSync extends its capability to edge computing environments, specifically working with Amazon S3 compatible storage available on AWS Snowball edge devices. This allows for data transfer between on-premises locations or edge locations and AWS using these rugged devices. So this is the typical data transfer architecture. So this diagram shows a high-level overview of DataSync, transferring files between self-managed on-premises storage systems and AWS services. So on the left, we have on-premises system, and we can see the protocol NFS, SMB, DFS, S3, and we have a DataSync agent. So the diagram illustrates this is a common DataSync use case. A DataSync agent copying data from an on-premises storage system, data moving into AWS using TLS, transport layer security, DataSync copying data to a supported AWS storage service. So this is one-way sync in this case from here to here. So you can also set up transfer between AWS to AWS. So in this diagram, we have region A and region B. And in this case, we are utilizing direct DataSync service, and in region B also, and this is just doing a sync between region A to B, and these are the services which you can transfer data from, and again on the right side is the same services which you can transfer to. And lastly, transferring data between cloud storage and AWS storage services. So you can, third use case is other cloud like GCP or Azure, and you can install an agent. But in the previous diagram, you would have seen the agent is not required, but in this case, you have to put an agent, and then this will send to DataSync service, and then finally, you will have a target location like where you want to store the data. So most of the time it will be S3, but you can have other options like FSX and EFS. So next I will talk something about DataSync agent. The DataSync agent functions as a virtual machine VM appliance that serves as a bridge for reading from and writing to storage systems during data transfer operations. For on-premises environments, DataSync agents can be deployed across multiple hypervisor platforms, including VMware ESXi, Linux kernel-based virtual machine (KVM), Microsoft Hyper-V, and this all provides flexible deployment options. When working with AWS storage, agents can be deployed within your virtual private cloud VPC as Amazon EC2 instances, and this enables seamless integration with AWS infrastructure. While DataSync agent supports both transfer and discovery capabilities, it is recommended to use separate agents for these different functions to ensure optimal performance and avoid potential conflicts between workloads. So some terminology around DataSync. First one is a location. A location describes where you are copying data from or data to. Each DataSync transfer, also known as a task, has a source and destination location. Second, a task. A task describes a DataSync transfer. It identifies a source and a destination location, along with details about how to copy data between those locations. You also can specify how a task treats metadata, deleted files, and permissions. Task execution. A task execution is an individual run of a DataSync transfer task. There are several phases involved in a task execution. So these phases are queued. So then it is followed by launching, then preparing, then transferring, then verifying, and finally it ends with success. But once it can also go into cancelling, or it may result in the errors phase also. So how DataSync transfers data? So first one is a transfer process. So during the task execution, DataSync goes through a series of steps, preparing, transferring, and verifying your data. The way it carries out these steps can be either one after another, sequentially, or at the same time in parallel, depending on how you have set up the task options. So preparation phase, by default, DataSync starts by looking at both the source and destination locations to figure out what needs to be transferred. It does this by scanning the contents and metadata of both locations to spot the differences between them. So there are two modes. The first one which I talk about will be enhanced mode. In enhanced mode, DataSync gets objects ready for transfer as soon as they are found at the source. This preparation keeps going throughout the entire task execution until no more objects are listed at the source. A big advantage of this mode is that DataSync can prepare a virtually unlimited number of objects in a single task execution. Unlike in basic mode, DataSync transfers each object as soon as it is prepared, and DataSync verifies each object as it is transferred to your destination. With enhanced mode, DataSync verifies only the transferred data. So we have three phases as we have seen. One is prepare, transfer, and verify. So enhanced mode will behave like this. Next we have a basic mode. In basic mode, the time it takes to prepare can vary widely from just a few minutes to several hours or even longer. This depends on how many files, objects, or directories are in both the source and destination location, as well as how well your storage performs. It is important to note that the items DataSync takes inventory of in both your source and destination count towards your task quotas. These quotas are not based on the number of items that DataSync actually transfers during each task execution, but rather on the total inventory. Once DataSync prepares all of your data, the transfer begins. At the end of your transfer, DataSync verifies the integrity of your data. So the key difference between this and analysis, as soon as data arrives, it will be prepared and transferred. But in this case, it will first wait for all the data to arrive, then it will start transfer. So this is the only key difference. And that's all. Thanks for watching.